most delicious, decadent chocolate desserts I know of. And the kicker is it comes together in mere minutes. These are my chocolate espresso cups. And it starts with a cup of bittersweet chocolate chips. You can use semi-sweet if you want to, but I've ground them up in my little hand blender here because you're gonna need to get a good start on this. And here's a 1/4 cup of espresso, and I'm going to combine it with a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. This is also going to be totally dairy-free. And what I need to do is heat this up in my microwave for about a minute. I want it to be warm, but I don't want it to be overly boiling and sizzling. Okay, while that's cooking away in the microwave, it's gonna be nice and warm because that's what's gonna cook my eggs. I have 3 eggs here, and I just need to break them and separate the whites and the yolks. So I'm gonna crack the whites in this part, and the yolks go in there. Don't throw away your yolks. I'm gonna use mine for zabayon. Also really good for egg noodles. 1, 2, the 3rd one. My milk is ready. There we go. Yolks separated. We're gonna need the whites. Perfectly warm. You can see it steaming. And then I'm going to pour that into my chocolate mixture. And the blender does all the work in this. That's why this is so quick and easy. Whiz away. As soon as that starts to come together, and blending of it has cooled it down just a tiny, tiny bit because I don't want to scald my egg whites, but the egg whites go in here too. And we're gonna cover it up and blend it again. And the heat of the chocolate cooks the egg at the same time. All right, perfectly done. At this point, you can add any flavorings that you want. You can leave it plain like this, chocolate espresso. You can add some grated orange zest, some Chinese spice powder to make it really, really interesting. Cinnamon is also great with espresso and chocolate. I'm going to add a little bit of chipotle chili powder. Tiny bit, this is just a smidge. Not a real measurement, because this is pretty hot, but it's gonna give it that smoky heat that's really good with chocolate. So I'm gonna give it just a tiny, tiny blend to mix that in with the chocolate and espresso. That's all it takes. And then I'm going to serve mine in these cute little espresso cups. That's what makes this such a special looking dessert. If you don't have these, you could use a small teacup, you could use a shot glass, some kind of a wine glass or a little coupe. And this will make about 6 of these little cups. I'm going to fill them up about 3/4 of the way, and they'll have to set. And then after they're set, I'm going to top them with a coconut cream that you take the top of a can of coconut that's been in the refrigerator, you scoop off the fatty part and you whip it. So it's like a whipped cream, but it's dairy-free. So this is going to be totally dairy-free. I'm going to fill up 6 of these little cups, and then I need to refrigerate them. They need to set for at least 2 hours. Overnight's great. Okay, these go into my refrigerator for about 2 hours. Okay, the topping for my espresso chocolate cups is so easy. I'm scooping off the top layer of a can of coconut milk, full fat coconut milk, that I've had in the refrigerator. I always keep one in my refrigerator for this very purpose, because it separates, the milk goes to the bottom and the fat rises to the top, and the fat will whip up to a very nice topping. You can add a little vanilla if you want. I'm going to add some powdered sugar. I don't want a whole lot because I just want it to barely cut through the sweetness and the decadence of that lovely espresso moussey texture that you're gonna get in those little cups. All right, and then we blend. All right, that's all nice and light and fluffy, and I'm going to wait until my espresso cups are all set, and then I will serve it on top. It's gonna be so good.